Boom shakalaka, happy Groundhog's Day. You know, this date last year was only days before Bitcoin exploded from $40,000 to $80,000, with Bitcoin averaging pretty nice returns for the next few months. Is Bitcoin about to do the same thing? Let's take a look at last year's video and see if there's any parallels. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including the sideways price band Bitcoin is in, and the one signal you certainly do not want to miss. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, it helps out so much. Also come join us on Twitter at the Crypto Love, where we share all the charts from today's video. Now, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index at 63, same as we were yesterday. No big change there, but up from last week's neutral. The overall market up 1.5% today. Bitcoin at 43,264, Ethereum at 2316, BNB at 301, Solana $99, XRP 50 cents, Cardano 50 cents, Avalanche $34, and Dogecoin 7 cents. And Bitcoin, since December 5th, has been just going sideways. That's pretty much 2 months at this point of sideways price movement for Bitcoin. And as you can see by the volume profile right here, a lot of volume changing hands at this level right now between roughly $41,000 and $44,000. And it could continue sideways for a while, maybe even towards the halving right there in April. Now, there is a possibility we could see price shoot up or shoot down based on Bitcoin's behavior the last time it messed around with the 50-day moving average. But we'll kind of have to wait and see on that one, because as of right now, it's having a hard time breaking out of this territory. And why shouldn't it? It's not like we're overvalued for good reasons, more than half a standard deviation from the short-term holder cost basis. Very standard reset. If we see before every single halving, Bitcoin basically just sits around the short-term holder cost basis. Right now, roughly $40,000. And that's where we're sitting this time as well. It's hard territory to break out before the halving, before the scarcity panic drives the price up. But the good news is the selling does appear to have subsided. The grayscale GBTC selling based on those FTX things has subsided. And this week, for the first time, some of the other Bitcoin spot ETFs have more daily volume than GBTC. So with the selling largely over, at least in my mind, there's a higher likelihood the price could go up. Actually, not only in my mind, based on this Bitcoin MVRV momentum, if we take a look, each time the Bitcoin MVRV ratio fell below its 90-day average, which is the blue line right here, in the past year, it signaled a buy the dip opportunity, because once it broke above there, Bitcoin price rocketed up each time. Currently, Bitcoin MVRV ratio is again below its 90-day average. Suggests, maybe not financial advice, but this might be an opportune moment to buy Bitcoin. Could just be Bitcoin finding consolidation at the 61.8 fib levels, like it did back here in 2012 and also 2016. You can see from the top to the bottom, the 61.8 fib, Bitcoin finds a little bit of consolidation there before taking off once again in both of these cases. Well, guess what? From the top to the bottom, 61.8 fib, that's exactly where we're sitting. Is Bitcoin really just plug and play, Ron Popeil, set it and forget it? And I just said forget it like a New Yorker. Forget about it. But anyways, set it and forget it. Is it really that simple? Well, right now, we're seeing Bitcoin witnessing one of his most significant accumulation streaks in almost 3 years. Notably, the accumulation trend score has hovered near 1 for the past 4 months, signaling that larger entities are accumulating Bitcoin. The trend indicates strong confidence in the market. We also see here the amount of Bitcoin accumulated over the past few days by whales isn't something to be ignored despite the selling pressure. So while some people may be undecided as to where Bitcoin price is going, larger entities and whales are not undecided. They know there is only one direction that it goes. NGO, numbers go up, okay? Easy enough. Because here's another thing that could a spark for the fire have you. The global liquidity index could be accelerating, and as this accelerates, money flows into all assets, particularly the scarcest asset that is now available for the first time ever on spot ETF called Bitcoin, that in a week did half the volume that gold has done in its lifetime. So all of those things combined makes me think, hey, you know what? Price just might break out upwards. Could go sideways, like we talked about in the beginning, but there's a chance it might break upwards. If we take a look here, the weekly RSI for Bitcoin, each time that Bitcoin has a weekly RSI closing above 70, and right now it's at 69, go Bitcoin, 0.64, well, each time in the last decade, there was on average 107% gains and a median value of 77% gains. So we are right there on the cusp, about to break above there. Should we break above there, on average, Bitcoin price would double. $80,000 Bitcoin. Yowza. And we also have this right here, a very significant cross that only happens before massive rallies. The Ichimoku Golden Cross with the crossing of the Tenkan red line over the Kijun blue line. Each time this has happened was all up territory for Bitcoin. We have a golden cross right now. This could be signaling huge things to come, because no matter how you look at it, Bitcoin price looks like it's going to go up. We have a $100,000 peak based on the Bitcoin cycle master. We have a $300,000 peak based upon the concentric circle model, and based upon the patient BitX model, for those patient ones out there, we have $1 million Bitcoin by 2040. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, push the like button. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.